you know, watching shows on HGTV, there's so many options now to watch these and get inspired. Like, I'm a homeowner, I'm watching this, I'm thinking, oh wow, what can I do in my home? Maybe I'm not going to do a full home rehab, but still want to do some projects around the house, and I get inspired to do it myself. But not everyone necessarily is going to have what it takes right off the bat to do some of these jobs around the home. But, you know, your story involves just kind of, you started a project, you learned along the way. What advice can you pass on to people who kind of want to try doing maybe a remodeling project in their home on their own?
I think the first thing you need to think about is, if you want to try, you should definitely try, but you have to be prepared to live with the consequence if it doesn't shake out. Yeah. On our first project, we learned several lessons. I'm very good at tiling, but apparently have poor eyesight, and used matte and high gloss tile in a white shower and didn't notice till I was done. I was like, what's that shadow? And it was fine. I lived with it.
Sure.
So I think being prepared to live with any bumps in the road you're going to hit if it doesn't go perfectly is something you need to be able to stomach. And if you can't, just don't.
Well, and the advice you just gave is really good advice. If you realize you're in over your head, stop. Get a professional to help you, because there's no sense digging a deeper hole. Like, that's when you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. Yes. That's the rule.
And I feel like most people don't. They're like, well, I need to fix this because my wife's going to be mad, or my husband's going to be mad, or we can't spend the... Just stop.
Just stop.
Just stop digging.
Stop. Yeah. But there are a lot of things that are easy that you can do yourself. One of my projects a long time ago was I refinished my cabinets. I took the faces off, I took the doors off, I sanded the faces, and I put a new color on them. And that was really easy.
Yeah.
But it was easy for me, someone who's not comfortable sanding or applying stain. That might not be easy for them. They might want to hire a professional for that.
Yeah.
But honestly, just YouTubing or Googling videos. When I first tiled, I watched like 10 DIY videos, and probably as I was doing it, I'm sure I watched.
Sure.
So you can learn a lot just online now. And I think it makes it a little bit easier, because reading directions is one thing, but being able to see someone do it and then do it yourself is another. There's a lot of great opportunities though. I think the Tile Shop does it. I know Home Depot does it. They do like little weekend tutorial things on how to tile or how to paint or how to refinish your floors. So there's always options like that too. If you're like, well, let me go try this out somewhere where I can't do damage, and then come home and then make a decision.
Yeah, there's so many resources out there that just are making it easier than ever for people to start projects.
Yeah. And tiling's such a good example. It looks deceptively easy. It is not easy. No walls are perfectly smooth and flat, and so you have to compensate for any discrepancy in the wall by how much thin set you put on the wall, and getting everything level and square and getting the grout lines exactly right is hard.
Right.
So a lot of projects look really easy, but there's a skill set involved. So practice somewhere not on your wall.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure each project you do, you feel more and more confident with things. Do you feel like you're still learning, though? Like you still run into things and you're starting
Always
from scratch?
Learning. I learned how to operate an excavator. That was fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Everybody should learn
that. It's a big
that.
deal.
Yeah. Last season, one of the things that was very important to us is we're only doing things on camera that we know how to do, or we're making it obvious that we're learning. And we poured sidewalks for the first time last season, kind of by accident.
Yeah.
We just showed up and the concrete truck was there, and we're like, ooh, I would like to learn how to do this.
Sure.
So we did.
And it was fun.
That happens pretty regularly.
Well, and we also learned how to frame walls. Before television, we never did the framing. We really didn't.
Yeah, we might help here and there.
Yeah,
but
and so we've actually framed and installed walls now, which is really fun to learn how to do that. And if you have two guys who know what they're doing and they're really strong and they're just letting you help, it's super easy.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier, Mina, or I think your mother had mentioned about the floor plan ideas that you come up with. As you walk into a project, are you immediately like envisioning what it
drives
could be?
her crazy. Because I walk in, I'll do a loop around the house, and I'm like, this, and this. And she's like, she's still by the front door. She hasn't even made it past the front door because some wallpaper has distracted her, and she's already imagining what she's going to do with it. And I'm like, nope, it's in my head. Got it. Let's go. And I'm sure that's very annoying. I would be annoyed with me.
No, it's not. I love it. I think it's amazing that she can do that. We've done some renovations for homeowners, and I like to walk through the entire space to get a sense of their style, whereas Mina would like to impose her style on the whole world. If you just consult Mina, you'll get it right.
Yeah.
So we have different approaches, but we come to the same place, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so the first season of Good Bones is in the books. Tell us a little bit about what comes next. Are you already planning now for season 2? What are the steps
We're
you're taking
filming.
right now?
Yeah, we're filming season 2. It's 10 episodes as well. We started May 18th.
And I'm excited because we're putting the G back in HGTV. They're
Mom's
letting me
doing
do
a
the
lot
gardening.
of gardening. She's a master gardener, so
That's
it's
awesome.
very exciting. But yeah, so we're filming season 2, and it's supposed to air late January. So hopefully, season 3 and 4 will be right behind that.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the home improvement thing is something that you do so great. Are you learning more and more about how to be on camera and do the TV side of things? Do you feel like doing this season you're more
yeah.
comfortable with it?
There's definitely a learning curve. I mean, first season, we'd have to shoot. It's ridiculous. Like if you stand on set with us, you have to walk in and out of a house 10 times to get the shot, because we'd like walk in and stop, and they're like, no, you got to walk past the camera, and just little things like
Yeah.
that we're learning. And out, and they have a saying, our production team, when in doubt, walk out. So if it feels like a scene's done, walk out of it, because if you just stand there, it's really awkward.
Yeah.
So sometimes I actually just like will hold on to Mom's pocket and just walk away, so she'll follow me.
She treats me like a dressage horse.
Well, it's like using a whole different part of your brain,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yes.
you're thinking about this
It's
home
a new
stuff, but you also
skill
have to
set.
think about the everything going on
sure.
around you.
Open to camera is a phrase where you do things in a sort of awkward way so that your butt and your elbows aren't facing the camera. And that's tricky to remember to open to camera.
Because it feels weird while you're doing it, but apparently it looks great on camera.
Yeah. The
So-
things you learn.
Like,
Yes.
I mean, Mom and I will have conversations with each other, not looking at each other, because just the way they're
Right.
shooting the cameras, and then when they put it all together, it looks like we're talking to each other. And There's
Right.
beautiful stuff in the background, but a lot of the things you do to get these really beautiful shots that make it a show
Yeah.
are weird sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it is a great show, and we're so glad that you took time to join us today.
Thanks for
Thanks for
having
having
Nina,
us.
thank you for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. We're looking forward to season 2.
Thank
Yay.
you.
You can check out Good Bones on HGTV. Check your local listings for airtimes, and be on the lookout for season 2 coming soon. Coming up, we got another HGTV star on the show. We're going to be chatting with Jennifer Bertrand, the winner of our Angie's List Sleep Sanctuary contest. It's coming up right here on Chat with the Experts. Need more help with hiring for home services?